right, and we're back with another episode, and this time I'm joined by Krissy Feniak. How's it going?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are things?
Things are good. Things are busy. Even in a pandemic, I found a way to keep myself busy. So I'm kind of loving it.
Perfect. And how is the quarantine stuff going for you?
It's so tough. It's so tough, but I've filled my time with co-writes and songwriting courses and music business courses and managed to keep myself very busy. And it's been good. It's a different kind of busy, but it's been good.
Good. And I'm glad you're keeping busy. What do you find your biggest struggle has been during the quarantine?
Uh, I often forget that it's a pandemic and I'll be like, oh, I'd just like to go for lunch with my friend, or I'd love to just go to Calgary and hang out with some of my peeps, or, I just like forget for a second. And then I like have to remind myself that it's like, oh no, you can't do that right now. And that's just like so frustrating sometimes because I'll just like get myself excited. I'll be like, oh my God, I'm going to go to Calgary and visit my friend Rob, or, something like that. And I'll be like, oh my God, I can't shoot. Like it makes me so sad, like all over again. It's so awful.
Awesome. And I'm gonna assume your answer is kind of all the songwriting stuff you've been doing, but what is one good thing that you've taken from the quarantine?
Definitely the songwriting, but I've really been able to work on my artistry through COVID, and I've been able to really work on my vocals, work on, my songwriting skills, my music business knowledge, and I really feel like it's upped my game to a whole new level that I wouldn't have had time for in the regular world. Like before when I was gigging all the time, I was booking co-writes and they were so spread out, and now I get to really focus in on all that stuff. So it's been really really helpful for sure.
Awesome. And now, aside from all this quarantine stuff, I do want to congratulate you on winning Rising Star Award at the Country Music of Alberta Awards.
Thank you so much.
No problem. What were you feeling when they called your name for that award?
Oh my gosh. I was sitting in the living room with my family and we were eating popcorn, and I had a glass of wine, and I think my parents were having margaritas or something like that, and we were just so excited because it's the ACMAs are always so fun because my parents too, they were just friends with everyone and we just love being there. So we were excited to see everyone's names when they popped up on the screen. We're just like, oh my gosh, it's Breton, and oh my gosh, it's, Donnie Lee. And, I actually did not expect that I was going to win. I was just like, just excited for everyone. And then they called my name and I like looked at my mom and she's like, ah, and I was like, oh, really? Like, seriously? Like, go back, just double check. And I like made her rewind it and we double checked. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like that is so crazy. But no, I was just so excited. It's so nice to be in a category with your peers and your friends. And I know just that they're good people and I know how hard they work. So it's truly just an honor to be in the category with them.
For sure. And what did you think of this year's virtual version of the show?
I was worried. I was like, I don't know, virtual shows, like sometimes they flop, but I thought it was so incredible. I thought they did such an amazing job. I loved every second of that show. It was so much fun. And I thought they just did it in a really creative way that kept people really engaged. And I loved it. I thought it was amazing.
I thought they did a great job, and I think they put it together pretty quickly too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good. And I think it was Production World, right? Is where they did it at.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, they did a great job. Okay. I know you and I, obviously with the quarantine and no events and stuff, we don't see each other a lot, but we did run into each other at OCL Studios that one day.
Yeah, we did.
Really random. I think
Totally random.
I was shooting a project there, and then you were doing some recording.
Yeah, I was.
Was Were you recording your newest single, Bad Day, during that time?
I was actually recording, I have two singles that I'm working on to come out, and one in July and then one later than July. Yeah, so recording some new music. So I'm super excited to like share that. I don't have it back yet, but I'm so excited for everyone to hear it.
Awesome. And yeah, that was super. It was like, I think the guy was giving me the tour of the place, and then we
Yeah.
walked in. I'm like, oh,
This is so random. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just so nice to see people. We
yeah.
don't get to do that anymore. So it was so nice to see you guys.
It's crazy too because he has the two separate little houses there. So it's
Yeah.
like it's one of those. If you didn't give the tour, we wouldn't have seen each other at all.
Yeah. Yeah. We wouldn't have even crossed paths.
That's crazy. All right, so let's jump into your newest single now, "Bad Day."
Yes.
Tell us all about it and how it came up, all together.
Yeah. So at the time, I was, it's always about a boy. So this is boy. And he wasn't like at the time, he wasn't completely awful. He just was like kind of annoying and like just like weird and in and out all the time. And I was like, man, like I don't like want to Carrie Underwood smash up your car or anything, but like I just want you to like, I don't know, spill something on a white t-shirt or like stub your toe and like just get a little frustrated. Like not too frustrated or anything, just like a little bit, like I just want you to have like a little bit of a bad day. And so he actually drove me to the co-write. And so I was writing it with Prairie State's Matt and Mike. And so I was there and I'm just like, man, this guy is just driving me up the wall. And they're like, yeah, like wreck his car. And I'm like, no, like I just want to inconvenience him, like just a little bit, like nothing crazy. Like I don't want him to punch a hole in the wall. I just want him to like, I don't know, just be frustrated a little bit. And so we sort of got talking about it and it was so much fun to write this song. Like we were joking around and it was so much fun to write with those guys and we just had so much fun with it and I love the way that it turned out.
Awesome. And what's your favorite thing about the co-writing with other artists?
About co-writing, there's something about writing in a room with someone that you just like get this connection and it's sort of like therapy. Like I always joke with my mom, I'm like, I don't need therapy. Like I co-write, like I talk about everything that happens in my life with my co-writers, even if it's the first time I'm meeting them. I'm like, yeah, like I just went through this terrible breakup or, oh my God, like this just happened to me and it makes me so sad or like, this is so exciting. I need to talk to someone about it, and there's this sort of vulnerability in co-writing and I've grown to really love that. It terrified me at first. That's the reason I was so scared to co-write in the first place, but it's become something I love so deeply.
All right. And what would you say is the weirdest, most awkward way you've ever come up with a song?
Oh gosh. Well, this this one boy, he was texting me and we were sort of hanging out, and he's like, "Yeah, like I'm talking to these seven other girls and, they're a lot nicer than you." I'm like, "Well, then you should go after one or all seven of them." And so I was with a co-writer, Olivia Wick, and I was like, this guy, like, look at these text messages. And I'm showing her the text messages. And she's just like writing stuff down as fast as she can. And this song just like wrote itself. Like we've put his name in the song and everything. And I ended up sending him the song. I was like, hey, I wrote a song about you. Like, here it is. And he said, it be good. Yeah. And I was like, you're so weird. You're so weird. I'm so glad things didn't work out with him. But yeah, and I wrote this song about him and it was on YouTube. And so everyone would send it to him. And we were in high school at the time. So people would like play it all the time in the hallways. And I think it made him cry once, but he denies it. I
That's
think it
funny.
made him cry.
All right. Okay, so with this single, can we expect a music video or anything to go along
Yes.
with it?
Yes, I'm so excited. I did a music video with Ethan Burke. He's incredible. So that's going to be coming out April 16th. Hopefully, I'll have a teaser to post soon. But yeah, I'm so excited for you guys to see it. And we actually filmed it at OCL, sort of the recording process of doing stuff in COVID. So it's all masked up and, social distance and stuff like that. But I'm super excited to share it with you guys.
Perfect. And I think by the time this is out, that will be out. So
Awesome.
I'll make sure the link is in the description below.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. With the winning the Rising Star Award, releasing a new single, what's next for you? I know you have new singles you're
Yeah.
talked about. What else do you have going on?
Definitely new music on the horizon. It's coming, it's in the works. Hopefully playing shows if stuff can open back up, but definitely some trips down to Nashville. I'm hoping to go down for a month or two in August and do some writing, do some performing, do some stuff like that. Maybe record some music there. We'll see. Yeah, definitely lots of stuff. As much as I can do with COVID over my head.
All right. And this single of yours is available on all platforms, of course.
Yes. Yeah, it's
Okay,
available everywhere.
perfect. And what can you tell us about these new singles you have coming out? Can you tell us anything?
Yes. So the one single I wrote with TJ Simpson, the other one I wrote with Elle Hart. And they're just, well, okay. So the one I wrote with TJ, it's not as sassy as the other one. They're both a little sassy, but not messy is definitely sassier than the other. The one's called Breakup Breakdown, the other one's called Messy. So I'm super excited for those songs too. I think they're going to be so cool.
Okay, awesome. All right. And last but not least, can you tell everyone who doesn't know yet where to find you on social media?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook and Instagram, just at Krissy Feniak. And you can find all of my everything. It's linked on my website, krissyfeniak.com.
Perfect. All right, Krissy. Well, thank you so much
Thank you
for
so much for
coming
having
on.
me.
Yeah, it was great catching up, and we'll have to do this again because
Absolutely.
you'll have new singles, so we'll have to chat about those.
Yes.
And everyone, make sure you go get Krissy Feniak's new single, Bad Day, and stay tuned for the new music she has coming out, along with this music video, correct?
Yes.
So
Thank you so much for having me.
all right. Thank you, Krissy. We'll talk soon.